Hello, everyone. My name is Erin Bailey, and I am a senior psychology major criminal justice minor here at Alabama A&M University. And today I will be discussing the deficits of the skilled movement, the apraxia. The reason why I am discussing the apraxia is because I have seen throughout my life on a day-to-day basis of people struggling with their movements out in public or maybe in like a store or just simply walking around. And I feel like everyone should be educated on how the brain connects with the body and also how it has the ability to affect what we do on a day-to-day basis. The agenda. I will be discussing the apraxia and what it is. I will be discussing the frontal and parietal lobes. I will be discussing and giving information on graphics so you could see virtually. And also I will be talking about the two apraxia, which are the limbs and the constructional apraxias. What is apraxia? Apraxia is the movement deficits, which is damage to the frontal or parietal lobe. Apraxia is also caused by brain damage or disease. The brain is unable to make and deliver correct movements instructions to the body. On the bottom, I have given two different graphics. The one on the left shows a man, he is probably concerned or he is probably, he doesn't know if that jacket is his or if it's actually a jacket or a shirt. It could be anything that is going on in this picture that he is just unaware of. The bottom right shows a lady trying to put on a shirt as if you were trying to put on any bottoms like a skirt or pants or shorts, but it's simply not working and it's supposed to be a shirt, not a bottom. And she is unaware that it is actually a shirt and not any pants that she is trying to put on. The frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is usually responsible for social interactions, memories, emotions, impulsive controls, problem solving, and self-monitoring. And there is much more examples as far as reading up on frontal lobes. On the side, I have given pictures and graphics of some of these responsibilities, which is memory, how to problem solve the right way. And also at the bottom, it gives different emotions that people usually go through on a day basis. And of course, there are a lot of more emotions that people go through, but these are just some examples of how people um, may think or how they may feel. The um, parent, excuse me, the parietal lobe is responsible for the sensory perceptions, the five senses, which everyone knows what that is. It's a see, smell, taste, touch, or hear. It is also responsible for the space navigation and is also responsible for the proprioception. And on the bottom, I have provided a picture of what the proprioception usually is. And that is, it could be a sense of effort, it could be controlling your limbs, it can be determining the body's position in its space, and it also is a sense of force or of heaviness. Here, I have provided a picture of the frontal cortex because some people may not know where the frontal lobe is in our brain. The frontal lobe, as is shown here, it is shaded in blue. It is in the front part of our head in our brain. I would say it is in the front part and also about in the crown of your head and also your brain as well. And I would also say it's about the most biggest part lobe in a human's brain. Right here, I have provided a picture of what the parental the so excuse me the pre, excuse me, I'm sorry, that is a hard word for me to try to say, but I try to get it right every time. But the um parental cortex, excuse me, I'm still trying to learn that word. Is just very hard for me to pronounce. But this particular lobe is it is shown here, it is shaded in blue. It is usually in the middle of the brain. I would say is kind of in the middle, but it also has some type of also placed in the crown of someone's brain or somebody's head. And I did get that one correct. Is parietal, I believe, parietal cortex. Right here, I discussed the limb apraxia. The limb apraxia is an impairment in the ability to perform purposive limb movements as the result of a neurological dysfunction. It is also the movement of the wrong part of the limb or the incorrect movement of the correct part or correct movement, but in the incorrect sequence. That is also confusing because you could be trying to lift your arm up, but something else in your leg is probably going in or out. And that's what I think they may mean by you may have the correct movements, but incorrect sequence. You may want to go up, but your limb is going down. So it's just very, very confusing. Constructional apraxia. Constructional apraxia is the difficulty in drawing pictures, pictures, diagrams, or in making geometric constructions. It is the inability to construct elements in the correct fashion to form a meaningful whole and being unable to build a structure with blocks or even to simply build or copy a design. On this slide, I have given example of what a limb or and a constructional apraxia is. On the left side, I have given an example of what a limb apraxia is. It is a drawing of someone trying to pick up a coin, but they simply cannot because of the apraxia that they have. They're not able to control or move their limbs how they want to. Some other examples are they can't do certain hand gestures. Some may cannot raise their arm a certain way. They can't raise it as high as someone else could. Another thing is head movement. They may can't move their head like they want to. And also the walking ability that people have. They may can't walk a certain way. They may have to sit in a wheelchair, or they may have to walk with a cane or anything for them to actually function the correct way. On the right side, I have given an example of what constructional apraxis is. So in this drawing, the top two pictures are drawn by someone who doesn't have apraxia or constructional apraxia, and the bottom two are people who actually have constructional apraxia, and they're trying to draw exactly what they see on the top of their paper. And this is a great example because it shows that People who have constructional apraxia cannot do a simple drawing, or it is very difficult for them to draw the exact same thing. And also, some other examples are they may can't speak correctly, they may can't read correctly, and also they may can't build anything. So, like, it may be hard for those people to um, put a nail in the wall and try to hang a frame or a picture, or just simply to build a simple birdhouse, and they're not able to do that because of the inability of their brain sending them through their nervous system to their body. Here I have provided a reference page. Um, Most of it is due to the limb and also the constructional apraxia. And some of my information is also from my from the chapter slides from the psychological psychology class 415. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that everyone will be aware of how people live and function on a daily day basis, because I feel like it is very important, because you can't do what you want to do simply because your brain is just not allowing you to move and function the right way. But I hope there is some type of cure. If not, I feel like we should all keep working on that and finding the solutions for people who are struggling on how to move on a day-to-day basis. Again, I am Erin Bailey, and thank you for tuning in and listening to my presentation.